Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, looking in at gold, dollar, miner, all the fun stuff. So in the last video I did Thursday night, after the selling that we saw at the end of the day with a dump in the bull miners on a break of a tight technical pattern, and in my opinion that was a technical induced sell-off combined with stop losses and just a race to the exit. But that had me believing that we would consolidate overnight with the RSI up at 80 on the hourly time frame, and we did consolidate straight sideways, a little bit of pullback. This is a bull flag pattern leading to continuation, so we did not get that consolidation, and admittedly, I would personally have sold on that bear break of that tight pattern at the end of the day, and I do have a more short-term perspective on things as a day trader, and I definitely admit that. And for me personally, it is well worth the ability to go to bed each night and not have any concerns whatsoever of whatever the market is doing, knowing that I can just wake up fresh in the morning and be looking at whatever direction I want. And that has been a really nice benefit the past week. We had multiple examples where gold was giving us the clear direction to be looking at in terms of where to be looking to start the day. So personally, I would have missed out on some of this gold run up. I would have missed out on a higher open on the bull miners, but I would have woke up, locked in the bull miners gains from Thursday, and seen that the RSI on the hourly time frame heading into the open was up at 88. That is extremely overbought. I would never be looking at a bullish position with gold's RSI so high because we know consolidation is coming in the short term. We had seen 9 green hours in a row. So that tells me scout for a bear miner bounce. And again, just looking for a day trade, just a short-term bounce. And that's exactly how it ended up playing out. The bear miners were in full control the entire day of Friday, never broke the higher low pattern on the 5-minute, and they saw some really nice gains in the morning. Continued steady all throughout the afternoon, and then the end of the day, really strong gains again. And so we had bear miners going up and bull miners going down, even though gold was bouncing. So I'm sure there's a lot of you frustrated out there saying gold is going up. Why aren't these miners going up? But again, as the last video pointed out, there are a lot other factors going into what these miners ETFs are doing. If you want to trade just gold, you're looking at GLD or other things. They're a lot less exciting in terms of the leveraged 3 times ETFs that we trade with these miners, but that will give you a lack of frustration in the sense that you will be following and tracking tick for tick what gold is doing. But we had weakness again with selling of bull miners and the bear miners having a really nice day, even though gold is extremely strong. So gold is still extremely strong. We look on the daily time frame and it's still seeing continuation after that bull break to the upside. Huge bull volume, and resistance right now is up at 1260 psychological. We topped out right at that level. And again, I'm looking at psychological levels because there's the resistance back here from October. There's no real clear defined levels. After 60 or after 1260, I would be looking up at 1270 and then 1274.42, the high from this little peak here. So there's not a bunch of clear levels to be looking at, but one thing we do know is the bulls are in control. We're on the verge of another daily bullish MACD cross, and the higher low, higher high pattern is continuing. So where does this put us with the dollar? The dollar on the daily time frame is reaching an equilibrium where we have our high of 101.76. That's a very key resistance level that I pointed out, and we did not break that level. So we have our high. The low of consolidation is 141, our lower high at 101.72, and now our higher low at 166. So you see the range is getting tighter and tighter. Our new support to be watching is 166, and our new resistance is 101.72. So the bulls bought that dip on Friday, and we are looking for potential continuation to the upside, and I would not be surprised to see another lower high form as we see this range continue to tighten. So looking on the hourly time frame at what this looks like, you can see bulls are breaking the lower high pattern on the hourly. Still have not seen much develop in terms of higher lows and higher highs, trying to turn around this little pullback. But that daily candlestick very clearly shows that the bulls have established a new level of support, and they're looking to turn things around in the short term. So the dollar, we're watching that pattern still on the daily time frame, still a potential bearish head and shoulders, but we're going to have to be patient waiting for this tightening equilibrium pattern to see a break either for the bulls or the bears. Silver is still extremely strong. Silver has been helping these junior miners a bit more significantly. And look at the daily chart for silver. After that bull flag, we had extremely strong continuation to the upside. And looking like this chart is not updated for some reason. It was on Friday. But either way, silver has broken out, and we had 2 big bull days leading to follow through here after this bull flag pattern, which here is not showing a breakout just yet. But it has broken out. You can trust me on that. And the bull miners are not seeing that kind of upside that you would anticipate. So let's look at that. GDX. So there is the week higher open on Thursday with profit taking, higher open on Friday with profit taking. And I want to point out the correlation that's just clicking right now for me. And obviously we're watching the correlation between the overall market because we know there's usually an inverse correlation, not all the time, but more often than not. And look at Thursday. Bulls bought the dip in the market and closed strong. Friday, we opened down at the low. Bulls bought the dip and closed up at the high. And we're looking for continuation on these bulls, which are still extremely strong in the S&P 500. So a little bit of correlation with lower opens on the S&P 500 and bulls buying the dip, and gold, or I should say the bull miners here, with higher opens and closing down near the low of the day. But again, it's not the gold is not the reason that we're seeing this weakness in these bull miners. So we just need to be cautious of that and continue to watch the correlations. And for right now, we are losing that middle Bollinger Band on the bull miners GDX here, and we've rejected on 2 back tests. So the bears are still affirming their control, but it is still a bull flag. As I keep pointing out, this weekly time frame is a bull flag of normal healthy consolidation right now, and we're just looking for a bullish reversal candlestick either this coming week or the week after to indicate that consolidation is done and that the bulls are ready to show back up. So long-term bulls, again, not worried about anything right now. Short-term bulls a bit concerned with losing the middle Bollinger Band. GDXJ a bit stronger, but we also lost the middle Bollinger Band here now, closing at the low of the day. So new resistance levels for these bull miners are going to be the high of Thursday, which is 41.67 on GDXJ and 24.86 on GDX. Break that level and we break this little lower high pattern of consolidation. So that would be what the bulls are looking for early next week. In terms of GDXJ support, we're looking at 39.51 and then the 200-day moving average of 39 even. For GDX support, we're looking down at 23.82 and then looking down at 23.45. So GDXJ, same thing, bull flag of consolidation on the weekly time frame. Very healthy for the bulls, decreasing bear volume. Granted, 20% of the trading time this week was not there with the holiday Monday, but the consolidation is really contained at this point, and the bulls aren't too scared of this bull flag pattern currently forming. So all in all, gold extremely strong, dollar bouncing around, tightening range, no clear short-term direction where we currently stand, and the bull miners seeing consolidation, seeing profit taking, and we have to keep an eye out for a bullish reversal candlestick now on the weekly time frame to indicate that consolidation is done. So personally, again, I do really like being cash at the end of the day. I don't think about anything overnight. When I do hold overnight, I'm checking gold, at 11 o'clock at night just to see where things stand. And really, it doesn't matter at all. If you're not in a position, you can wake up early in the morning and see all that price action on the chart, see everything you missed. Whereas I know, trust me, where if you're in a position, you're constantly checking, it's always on your mind. I just don't want that stress. I want to be cash at the end of the day, and I can start with a fresh, clean slate every day and can be looking in whatever direction I want, either bull or bear. So that's obviously not for everybody. People have a busy work schedule, and they can't be watching as closely as they would like to if that were their strategy. But that's, whatever. So, best of luck to everybody. I hope you have a great weekend, and we will check back in on Monday.